Listed here is 5 colors, and then those favorite colors according to boys and girls. The first thing we should notice is that here in row 2, our headings kind of go over box lines or cell lines. If you were to click on B2, you'll actually notice that the line kind of cuts right through here. So what we want to do quickly is make sure that the cells themselves are wide enough. And there's 2 ways to do that. The first way would be grabbing the corner of the cell here with the crosshairs and dragging it over and making it wider. That'll make the whole cell wider. The other way we could do it is going into the desired cell, right? And once we get this little crosshairs, double clicking. That will also make it just wide enough. Okay? So either one of those ways you wish to do it, you can drag it back and forth, or the double click method will give you a good width. Right? And notice that does it to the whole column, not just the area you want. So the whole column is now a little bit wider, and it makes it a little easier to read. Right, so we have these numbers entered, but right now these numbers don't mean a whole lot. So let's start to analyze these numbers a bit. The first thing we're going to need to do is get a sum of the numbers. So I'm going to click down here in box C10, and I want to enter the numbers so I can get a sum of them. Now we don't want to just enter the numbers 16, 9, 12, 6, and 2 and have them added up, because there's always the possibility these numbers could change in the future. And if it does, then our sum will not be right anymore. So what we're going to do is we're going to enter it as an equation. So the first thing to do is hit the equal sign. The equal sign is what tells Microsoft Excel you want to do some sort of calculation. So that's what we must start with. The calculation we want to do is addition. So what we're going to do is instead of entering 16, 9, 12, 6, and 2, we're going to click on the cells themselves. Okay, cell C4. Okay, alternatively, if you don't want to click on the cell C4, you could just type in the letters C and the number 4, and it'll select it for you. What we want to do is we want to add it, so we're going to add a plus symbol. Okay? Then we want to add it to the number 9, or box C5. We're going to add that to box C6, add that to box C7, and add that to box C8, and that's all the boxes we want, so we're going to add them all up. The equal sign tells us an equation. Excel has selected the boxes as we go. Those are all the boxes we want. You hit enter, and you'll get a sum of 45. If you were to do that math on your own, it'll still be 45. Let me show you quickly why we would do that. Let's say we missed some data, and the number for pink really shouldn't be 2, it should be 3 instead. So we're going to change that 2 to a 3. When we do that, notice our number at the bottom here also changes to 46. If we just enter the numbers, that wouldn't happen for us. Let's do the same over here with the girls. Okay, we're going to enter their total here, and we are going to do an equal sign, and then we're going to pick this guy, a plus sign for green, plus sign red, plus sign blue, and plus sign orange, and hit enter. And there we go, 49. Okay, and there's our total, so maybe we want to label it total, and there we go. So that's looking good there. Next thing we want to do maybe is get the total number of boys and girls together. So how about we make this combined fave colors just for purposes. And now if you notice again, it's going to go just outside the box, so let's augment this box accordingly and write our colors in blue, red, green, orange, pink. Right? And we want to get the 2 columns and add them together. So I'll do the first one here. We're going to make an equal sign. And I'm going to want this box. I'm going to add to it the box over here that says blue. I enter, I get 19. Okay? Now what I'd like you to do is you should do red, green, orange, and pink on your own here, and also get me a sum total. Okay? So do that on your own. Some other things we want to look at. Let's say we want to do the percent of each color. Okay, once again, I'm going to go outside the line here, so let me double that. All right, I'm going to list the colors again. Now, alternatively, I wouldn't have to normally list the colors every time, but for what we're doing here, I think it just makes a little better organization to it. You could just list them once on the left side here, and then have each column something different. Percents. Now, let's see how do we do percents. Percents are part over whole times 100. So equal sign again, because I'm going to do an equation. And now, I'm going to need some parentheses this time to keep my order of operations correct. Always remember in math, order of operations, that's that whole exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction thing. So we're going to do parentheses. Parentheses are in there somewhere too. Parentheses, because the parentheses come first. We're going to want the blue box, right, part divided by whole. Now you would have gotten a whole, so it would be down here. Okay. We're going to times that by 100. Now times is the asterisk, so you do shift 8, and we'll times it by 100. All right. Now right now it says divisible by 0 because you don't have a number in this box. So I'm going to go ahead and help you out a little bit with this one. So we'll do C, and we wanted to add this guy to this guy. Okay, that'll still require you to do these ones in the middle here. But now if I notice change that to 95, which is the sum of 46 plus 49, I now also have a percentage of 20. Alternatively, you remember when I talked about last time that we can change how we want the boxes to display numbers: general, number, currency, accounting, short date, long date, etc. And percentage is one of them. However, right now if we change it to percentage, what's going to happen is that's going to come out 20,000%. Okay, because it'll multiply the number by 100 for us. So if we wanted to do that, if we wanted to highlight all these boxes and change them to a percent instead, we need to go back into our formula here, and we can see that in our function bar or formula bar up top. Just take that 100 back out. Now we have 20% instead of 20,000%. Again, I'd like you to finish doing the other 4 once this video is done. Last thing I want to show you for now. How to clean this up a bit. This looks very bland, very bleh, very nothingness. First thing we should probably give our chart, our titles, some pizzazz. So we can either select each one individually, or you can select the whole row by clicking on the row itself. And we'll make them bold, and we'll underline them, and maybe we'll pump them up to like a size 12 here. That looks pretty good. And you guys can do the same down here at the bottom. Maybe I should have the colors be the colors themselves. So I'm going to click blue here, and click blue on this one. Oh, sorry, click blue. Now if you want to select blue over here, you hit the control key, and then click on it, and you'll get it. And we're going to go up here and change its font color to blue, maybe. That looks pretty good. And we can do the same for red. Hit control with the red, and we can change him to red. All right? And you can go through and keep going, and maybe down here we want the totals to be, maybe our totals should be bolded. That looks pretty good. All right. So what I'd like you to do is finish up this. So I'd like you to finish getting the combined favorite colors, the total numbers here. I'd also like you to finish up getting the percents of each color here. And the last thing I'd like you to do is to do the averages. Averages. There we go. Averages. And now remember, averages, okay, would be the 2 colors added together divided by 2. So the boys of like 16 for blue plus 3 divided by 2. So we'll see if we can figure that all on our own. I'll put the colors in real quick. Blue, red, green, orange, and pink. Yup, pink's got to go in its own box. Pink. All right, so conduct the averages for me. Finish up the percent of each color, finish up the combined favorite color, and also finish up this formatting for me, getting the different colors in for everything, making sure the titles stand out, and everything like that. Okay? Once you've that done, you should go ahead and submit that, and we will move on to the next lesson. All right, see you then. Alrighty, I'm back real quick here, and what I wanted to do is quickly show you what your final product should look like. So this is what I'm expecting overall when you're done. So go ahead and do that and submit your final, and we will see you then in the next video. All right, good luck, and adios.